Welcome to part 13 of the Sonic the Hedgehog 2006 Let's Play. Now, if you guys hear knocking in the background, I do apologize, but there's construction work going on. There's nothing I can do about that, so as for now, you guys are gonna have to deal with it. Oh, I'll edit it out as best I can. So what we just got is another upgrade, finally for Shadow, and it's an upgrade to Shadow's Chaos Sphere. Here, we can now level up to level 2, where Shadow's Chaos Sphere can actually do damage. Like I said earlier, Shadow's Chaos Sphere can only stun enemies, and it can't really kill enemies unless if you upgrade it. And we're not going to be seeing that until Aquatic Base, so enjoy the cutscene.
Hi. It seems like Eggman's machines are looking for you. What did you do this time?
Nothing. Their target is probably Mephiles.
What is Eggman up to? Who is Mephiles?
I'm gonna ask him directly.
Hey, wait a sec.
I can handle this alone. You keep track of Mephiles.
He finally shows up again, and then he leaves before even saying hello. Well, it seems his little trip hasn't changed him. This is Rouge, GUNHQ? Yes. Pull all available data on an item called the Scepter of Darkness for me.
You know, there's supposed to be a wrist communicator on her glove, but it looks like she's talking to her hand. Okay, so now that we've gotten to that cutscene, thankfully we don't have to beat up every enemy in the level just to get to that cutscene. I mean, again, that would have been really pointless. But now we have to head to Radical Train so we can finally get to Dr. Eggman. And since we're Shadow the Hedgehog, we can pass by security forces and try and catch up with Dr. Eggman. Now, Radical Train as Shadow, it's gonna be similar to Sonic, only instead of beating the train and just save the people, we have to beat the train so we can beat the ever-living crap out of it. Why? Because I'm the ultimate badass. I can do it no problem. I can lift a goddamn bus and tip it over like it's an oversized cow. Yeah. So as you can see here, when you build a assembly, we have to get to the area and we have to hit the switch. Okay, Shadow. Jeez, calm down. Okay, sorry. We have to get to the end so we can hit the switch where we can put up the laser barrier. Once the train is completely stopped, then we can homing attack spam and the train. See, and that's pretty much it in terms of differences. Well here there's more conveyor belts to run across. And there's less scales, although there is a line here, actually. As he mentioned, and Shadow did mention that the scale is fragile, so you better just run across it, but I don't think I've seen that scale actually break. Is it possible for the scale to break? Then again, if it were to be possible, well, it wouldn't happen anyway, because of how rushed this game was. Okay. Hey, and of course, there are going to be stronger enemies that we have to fight. Thankfully though, this is going to be the last time that we have to get to the train. Well, we have to get to the switch, because after this is the first part of Shadow's Radical Train actually ends here. Where we just have to beat these I guess egg robots? I'm not too sure. But as you can see, that's pretty much it for the first section. Because now we are on the second section, and this is where it becomes a pain in the dick. Because we have yet another vehicle, Shadow's motorcycle. So, okay, yeah, I don't think it's as bad as the Hovermobile, and I don't think it controls as clunky. Okay, wait, never mind, it actually does. There's that, and the level design likes to screw you over. There was one ramp where it'll launch me over the train, but I hit the wrong ramp instead, and I have to waste time. That and the motorcycle, that and the vehicles like to ignore gravity. Oh, and watch, you can also hit the X button, but I don't recommend that because you can do just that. You can double tap the X button to get a boost of speed, but as you just saw, the motorcycle somehow the motorcycle loses its balance due to gravity. Don't ask me, this game's physics engine is terrible. So, at the very least, we can speed up. Again, you do have a time limit here. You have to hit the cargo boxes is on the train, and this way you can actually hit the head of the train. And like right here. Oh, on the bright side, at least I can listen to Radical Train's Mach Speed music. Although for some reason you have to hit the sides of the train. It's like you couldn't hit the back. You couldn't hit the back of the train, but instead you had to hit the sides of the train. It's like, why? That makes no sense.
Guess that was all right.
It's like, seriously, Sega, come on.
Wouldn't the door have been easier?
Ha ha.
So, what do you want now?
Who is Mephiles, and why are you trying to capture him?
If you want to know, you should go find him yourself. But here's a hint. It's all linked to the Soliana disaster 10 years ago.
The Solaris Project.
Indeed. When you capture Mephiles, you must bring him to me. Then I'll tell you the truth about Solaris.
Just another side note, Shadow never does.
I knew it! I knew you'd return. You had to.
You again?
This time, there will be no more interruptions! The Iblis Trigger must die!
Sonic.
Ha!
So how was your little walk?
Elise!
Ah! It's time to end this! Who? Mephiles! Why are you getting in my way?
I'm Shadow. Shadow the Hedgehog.
And my wrists are clipping through my wrists. I don't know how that's possible.
Don't get in my way!
Okay, so we are once again fighting Silver the Hedgehog. And now, since we're fighting since we're not in the Soliana Castle Town, we actually have an exclusive area. It's definitely a lot bigger, although there's a lot more places where the camera can screw you over, meaning that Silver could have a chance. Again, use the same strategy as last time, and you should be able to beat Silver no problem. Since this is an exclusive area, it is not possible to get thrown onto the moon. I might show that glitch off in an extra video.
Now!
But as you can see, Silver is really easy. You know what, never mind. So, that is pretty much the last time we're going to be fighting Silver the Hedgehog. I know, right? Although, when we get the Silver story, when we do get to play as Silver, we're going to be fighting both Sonic and Shadow, and I'll get into detail later on.
Chaos Control!
You!
Don't bother. With the Chaos Emerald's power, I control time and space. You can't break free.
I won't give up! It all depends on me! Can't lose! Not when I'm so close! Ah!
Chaos?
Chaos control! Huh?
You induced chaos control.
I won't let anyone get in my way. I'll change the past and save the world!
Mephiles isn't trying to help you create a better future. He's trying to eliminate the past.
What? What are you talking about?
To discover what happened, it seems we must see what took place 10 years ago. Follow me if you want the truth.
An electromagnetic pulse has just been generated, injecting a decompression agent. No, the level's not dropping. A spatial meltdown is inevitable. My lord, it's too late. We've got to take shelter.
Why so loud? Why do you refuse to listen to my voice? Elise!
Is that? Flame. It's Iblis!
And the Black Shadow is the original Mephiles.
That's Mephiles? They're escaping!
We'll have to split up. I'll pursue Mephiles.
Okay, then leave Iblis to me.
Wait. Seal it with this.
Hurry!
Well, you know, we're at, actual story progression, huh? Yeah, seriously, there's a reason why, I'll get into it later in my final thoughts with Shadow Story at least, but there's a reason why Shadow Story is considered the best out of all the stories, because it actually progresses. I'm not gonna get into it when we get to the files, until we get to, well, final thoughts on Shadow Story, but, you know, I'm just saying that right now. So now we are in Aquatic Base as Shadow the Hedgehog, and since we're Shadow the Hedgehog, we're gonna be beating up a lot more enemies. I think the key to getting an S rank still applies here. Just beat up every enemy in sight and you should be fine. As you can see, I am using the Chaos Rage mode, and now you can see what the upgraded Chaos Spear does. By holding down that square button, we can charge up our Chaos Spear, and it can finally damage enemies. So as you can see right here, it may not be such a satisfying blast unlike Chaos Blast, but you know, you charge it up, and now you gotta find. Okay, you charge it up, boom, and it takes out a good chunk of health, and it leaves out a good explosion. And of course, there's still one more her Chaos boost power that we still need to get with Shadow. Oh, and that's his, and that's a further upgrade to his Chaos Spear. Well, at least the explosion that it leaves behind. You just hold it down. Oh, and honestly, to those that may think these are useless, I find these somewhat helpful because as at least it sort of speeds up the pace, well not the pace, but it sort of speeds up the process of killing all the enemies instead of just mashing the X button and over and over and over again. And you know, it's at least different. Oh, look at this, we're playing as Silver the Hedgehog, at least it makes sense here. Okay. My best, again, I'm not gonna get into, like I said in Sonic's story, I'm not gonna get into the details of Silver, at least not yet, until I get to his story. But in terms of this section, I take this section slow. Oh, and just so you don't get hit a lot. And so just grab what you can with your psychokinesis, and launch each object. Like, don't launch, if you have a handful of objects, don't launch them all at the same time, because the physics engine for Silver doesn't give him any favors, unfortunately. And we have this section where we have to beat up all the enemies. I don't think I can levitate my way past this area. And as you can see, I'm killing enemies as Silver. I'm pimp slapping these guys basically. That is the only way Silver can attack enemies for now. So until a certain upgrade, that's the only way you can do it. And it kind of sucks, to be honest. Okay, I don't want to get into too much. That shortcut I took past where I just passed the corner, actually. Yeah, it makes you wonder, why didn't Sonic Team block that off? I guess in terms of aquatic base, I haven't really talked about this gimmick, but in aquatic base, as you can see, there's all these little magnetic bubbles around. Since we can't do much with them as Sonic and Shadow because, you know, we have the homing attack. But we can use the homing attack to get across large gaps. Here's a tip with that. If you want to be more precise on where you want to go with that homing attack path, tilt the analog stick on where you want to go. This way you'll be able to make it through that section without, well, dying. I can't guarantee it, but it's at least worth a shot. Okay, good. Let's hope I don't get confused or whatnot. Okay, where's the exit? Where's the exit? I get a little confused in this room sometimes, but that's just me. Like, sometimes I don't know where the exit is. Okay, there's the exit, but since we're Shadow and we don't have access to the gems, we have to do this manually. Oh look, this is so hard. Why did I need the purple gem again? But now that we're in Aquatic Base, the second part of Aquatic Base, and we can at least listen to this kick-ass piece that Aquatic Base has. Again, Sonic 06 has a rockin' soundtrack. Heck, well, not rockin' in a sense where it's like, okay, there's not a lot of rock going on. It's more orchestral than anything, but it's still pretty good for what it is. And I can always listen to this, no problem. Especially with the amount of remixes that this has. Oh look, oh cool, you have a motorcycle. Let's plow through this hallway, no problem. This is one of the only times where the physics engine likes to work with me, and thus, as I can go through this section and I can plow through everything in my path. Even though my health likes to drop without any reason whatsoever. As you can see, I am trying to hit this magnetic pole, and for some reason the enemies die on impact. Oh, well, the enemies seem to die way before they even spawned in. Now, in this section, we now have a gauntlet event, a small gauntlet of enemies, although this time, oh yeah, a small gauntlet of enemies. We just have to destroy, at least do whatever we can to, well, at least show off of how flashy I can get. For those that are wondering how I'm making this game look playable, well, this took a bit of practice. I'm not gonna lie. This did take a bit of practice. And I did play this game like 4 times. It's on my free time. But at this point, I can tolerate this game in terms of gameplay. Hey, like, in terms of other games I've played, I definitely played a hell of a lot worse than this. Trust me. But that is it. Oh, and that is it for Aquatic Base. But not only this is the end of Aquatic Base, but this is also the end of this part. So that is the end of part 13, guys, and in part 14, we're going to be going back to the present in, well, cutscene fashion.
Perfect.
And I'll see you guys then. I'm GameMan5804, and you all have a great day.
Chaos control!
What? Stop. Who are you?
I'm Shadow. Shadow the Hedgehog.
Shadow. Your face, your form, I will remember. Your death, certain. You will die.
You jackass!
Did you do it?
Yes. And you?
Yes. The flames are properly sealed. It's done. You're going to leave it behind?
Yes. I already know what becomes of it in the future. It's time to return.
Yes, of course.
Chaos control!